Testing, testing.
Water
Can you
comes
hear your
in many
voice?
flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure,
I can
while
in
water
fact hear
from
my
Liyue
voice,
has
and
an
I can hear
enduring aftertaste. In
Nuvalet
Inazuma, the water
trying to
possesses a
beat
depth
me.
of flavor unlike any other.
No one cares about your
Sumeru's
water,
meanwhile,
Nuvalet.
has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it.
You know what I'd appreciate? You not talking. What's up, Twitch? Oh god. Oh, it's just stairs. I thought I jumped into a lake or something. It's your Lord and Savior King D353. I've never stream of Let's Play Genshin Impact. In the last episode, we did this little guy's story quest. In this episode, well, my rules state that I should do a warm-up before we do this episode, so, I guess I'll do a boss fight as my warm-up today.
But I also see the meaning in all.
Hello, trans domains. Who wants to die today? Sure. Let's fight you, big guy. You shall be the warm-up. You shall be the showing of Nuvalet's power. It would suck if you resisted water today. So, how are you guys' Fridays going? Did you have a joyful week? Was work stressful this week? Hopefully it wasn't. And if it was, it's even more good reason for you to vibe here. Just chill out, relax, get a load off, watch me suck at video games. I don't even know why I make that joke. I don't even suck that badly. I'm honestly kind of mid to slightly above mid in video games. At least I think. I don't know, it's hard to judge yourself in such criteria as video game level. What do you guys think? And what you've seen of me thus far, how good do you think I am at video games? Why are you frozen, loading screen? I don't recall having a cryo person on my team, so you have no right to be frozen. There we go. I normally don't like having people with 10 friendship on these missions, but Fischl's one of the most important parts of this team, so I can't really take her off. Actually, not one of. Fischl's the most important person on this team other than Nuvalet himself.
Dare overstep your mortal authority?
Do dragons count as mortals?
Settle down. Let the mighty be humbled. An oversight on my part.
Wait, I'm floating. How did you get me with an earthquake?
Bow your head.
wish I knew why my earbuds are suddenly giving me a mono soundtrack rather than a...
Settle down. There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain.
Get with me.
Today, you witness your reckoning.
You know, it's been so long since I fought this boss with actual volume on that I actually forgot what it sounds like to... God damn it.
Bow your head.
Dissipate.
Fisher!
No! I'm gonna die.
Settle down. Be crushed. Bow your head. There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain. You stand upon your tomb, though you know it not. Come, experience an eon of suffering. Bow your head. This attempt.
Our bond is strong.
Let the mighty be humble. Justice is blindsided.
By royal decree.
Back to the earth. A silence fills the air.
Oz, reveal thyself. Out of my way. Sorry for the trouble. Shadow Raven.
There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain. When the tide comes in, I shall return.
Am I really about to lose? Whew.
I will not be destroyed.
That was closer than it had any right to be. A warm-up is not supposed to be that close. That was admittedly an embarrassing excuse for a warm-up, but there we go. I lost 2 people, including my DPS and my healer. Kind of surprised I didn't lose my official, too. I guess the damage ticks just stop once he's defeated. Oh. That seed dispensary actually reminds me.
I
When's the
treat.
last time I actually did this thing? Okay, let's put in the carrots, because I always have an absurd amount of those. Did you guys do your, paramedic transformer?
Surprise!
If not, you should join me. Lord knows I forget this thing all the time, should you guys have to. Look at all them books. Oh. Okay. Now let's actually go to the proper world quest. World quest? No. Let's go to the proper, story quest. While that's loading, we actually have something we need to listen to. So, open volume mixer, temporarily mute Genshin, and pull up this video. For those of you who don't remember, we actually started the world quest the last time we were streaming because I got stuck in the middle of New Valette's world quest because of Wriothesley's world quest. So we gotta play the start of Wriothesley's world quest here, as it happened last stream.
We once thought the Fortress of Maripede would be super scary, but looking back on it, it really wasn't that bad at all. You've got a set schedule, guaranteed food and board, and you can even buy all kinds of stuff with credit coupons. It's really no surprise that many people don't even want to leave.
They probably have that guy to thank for that.
Oh, you mean Wriothesley? He's definitely a pretty impressive leader. While he does look kind of intimidating, he's actually pretty easy to talk to once you've had a conversation or two with him. Paimon wonders how he's like with the people here. Do they also get the same guy we do, or is he a lot harsher with the bad guys?
He made it Probably clear has a he was good nice number
Oh,
to of us tricks before. for every situation.
Yeah, he must be doing something right to maintain order here, while not making everything feel super oppressive.
Excuse me, did I hear someone there? Could you please do me a favor?
Huh? Paimon could have sworn she just heard something.
Me too.
Excuse me, is someone passing by? Could you do me a favor, please?
Nope, Paimon wasn't dreaming. There's someone over there for sure. But Paimon doesn't see anyone.
They're in the box.
Did you hear my call? Thank you so much. I'm over here, inside this big box.
You're inside the box? Oh, no wonder Paimon didn't see anything. Well, come on, traveler, let's go take a look. Why are you hiding in here anyway? If we hadn't happened to pass by, you could have been stuck for days.
It's a bit complicated. Can we not talk about that for now?
Did someone remove your clothes?
Whoa, that's terrible. Did someone seriously do that to you?
No, it was nothing quite that serious. I'd just like some help finding my hat.
Just your hat? But then, why can't you look for it yourself? Huh. Wait, Paimon gets it! Something must have happened to your hair!
Paimon, we don't have to ask.
Sorry. So that's what happened. Paimon gets it now. No wonder why you had to hide inside the box. You just need your hat, right? We'll get it back to you right away. What kind
I think you may have misunderstood me, but never mind. Please just help me find my hat. It's a soft and brown hat with a bit of a brim. Nothing fancy. I think I probably lost it near the entrance elevator. It was getting a bit hot, so I took it off and had a quick nap. But when I came to, it was gone. It's really important to me, so your help would mean the world. I'll wait here for your return.
Don't worry, we'll be back in no time.
I'm so annoyed by this! Oh, past me didn't read the title. I guess Courtney will have to read it. Reborn in the Land of Grievances. Okay. So yeah, that's what the start of the quest was about. Some dude lost his hat, and we need to find it. So let's go do that.
Paimon doesn't see anything here. Well, let's go somewhere else. Just where is that thing? Oh, this is taking longer than Paimon thought.
Paimon, we just started.
Nothing in the water either. Paimon thought it might have gotten blown in. Oh, we've looked everywhere and still not seen anything that looks like a hat.
Let's turn back. We can scour the entire fortress, or we can just buy him a hat. Let's buy him a hat.
Huh, that's a good idea. If he's just looking to cover his head, then it shouldn't matter what kind of hat he's wearing. Why don't we check out the rag and bone shop? If memory serves, they've got all kinds of stuff in there.
I'm only paying for the hat.
Huh? How did you know what Paimon was thinking? Oh, this is bad. Nothing gets past you nowadays. Well, either way, let's go check it out first.
Is this the floor where the food is? Can I get my free meal for today? I accidentally continued a world quest. And yes, this is how I play world quests nowadays. They just don't interest me anymore. Probably part of my Genshin burnout. I'm losing a lot of world building details, I know. I'm starting to think this... Ah, no, there it is. Hello, yes, I'd like my free food, please. I will enjoy my meal. Delicious lasagna. I meant to read my fortune slip. Wait, do I have a fire vision in there? Did I imagine that? Misfortune is an illness, and caring friends are the cure. What the hell is this? Prince Quads Intaglio. I thought that was a fire vision. A pyro vision, but nope. I wonder, how many slips do I have? 400, so I might be able to buy something once we reach the shop. Anyway, let's actually continue down the correct path for the story.
Paimon doesn't remember you being the boss.
Well, I'm just standing in for Mr. Alvar while he's off restocking the shop. Now, just wait a sec. A blonde foreigner, dressed all in white, accompanied by a glaze-covered flying chunk of gingerbread.
What? That's an interesting description. Hold up, I need to reread that. A glaze-covered flying chunk of gingerbread. I guess the glaze is supposed to be her white dress? Why is she a chunk of gingerbread?
Oh, you must be the legendary traveler and their companion Paimon.
No! Well, you're half right. Paimon's the traveler's treasured companion, sure, but she's not some flying chunk of gingerbread!
You got it backwards, Paimon.
Sorry, I never thought I'd get the chance to see you with my own eyes, so got a bit ahead of myself. I hope you find it in your magnanimous hearts to forgive my discourtesy. I'm just a nobody, after all.
There's no need to put yourself down like that. Paimon's just venting.
Why, your heroic actions at Araneus have long made their way to the fortress of Meripede.
I don't even remember what Araneus is.
We heard that you were personally received by His Grace when you made your way down here, you know. Ah, you were the envy of all. And you're one of His Grace's favorite people, so of course, everyone wants to be introduced to you.
Ah, so it's because of him. And here I find me as a hero.
Well, I'd figure you'd appreciate honesty over flattery. After all, I also only joined up here because I'd heard Mr. Alvar was a good friend of the Duke. And though I've only caught scant sight of His Grace since then, as fate would have it, I've become fast friends with Mr. Alvar himself. I mean, we've all got agendas, but rather than trying to force something to be true, it's often better to just go with the flow.
Oh, so now you're trying to kiss up to us.
Well, I did mean it when I called you legends, and it is indeed an honor to meet the two of you. Oh, enough of that. Is there something you're looking for?
A man's hat.
No problem. Anything else? Hey, feel free to check out anything you want. The credit coupon costs are on me.
That's a lot of kissing up, buddy.
Wait, but that's, you don't have to be so nice.
Well, it's not like I'm getting paid to watch this shop. Instead of more coupons, Mr. Alvar usually lets me just take my pick of our goods.
Ah, so you're not actually paying for it, you're just making it your pick.
Life's been pretty good recently, so I might as well just waive your bill. Never hurts to make some friends.
Well, if you put it that way.
Alright, Paimon will take a look.
After a moment's hesitation, Paimon manages to pick out 2 snacks.
Are you sure you don't want more? These opportunities don't come by every day, you know.
It's alright, 2 will do.
I never thought you'd turn down a chance at free food.
It just doesn't feel the same if the owner's offering everything to you for free. But anyway, we don't need to get into that right now. We can discuss Paimonology later. That poor guy must still be waiting for us.
Paimonology?
Thank you so much. We'll be off then.
No problem, and thank you for your patronage. I'd appreciate it if you could put in a nice word for our establishment the next time you speak to His Grace.
That's a real sneaky way of getting good reviews.
At least he's honest about it.
We've been gone a while. Paimon hopes that guy in the box hasn't passed out from lack of air.
So can I still
Please
buy
come
things?
again. And don't forget.
No, I can't buy things. I was hoping to buy some stuff while I was here, but... Alright, guess I'll have to do that after the world quest. I mean, I'm not gonna remember, so I probably won't. Hey friend, we bought you a hat.
You can come out now. We found your hat.
That's a lie.
You did? Oh, Archon, you just saved my life. Just one sec.
Wait, so you're not actually bald? You've got such a full head of hair, too.
I mean, I told you that there had been a misunderstanding. This has nothing to do with my hair.
About to
Wait,
realize it's not the right one.
This isn't my hat.
Well, we got you a new
To be precise, someone else gave it to us.
I see! Thank you so much. I'm really grateful, but unfortunately, there's just something special about my hat.
Does it have some kind of sentimental value?
But,
Well, is there some, like, secret note or drug in your hat?
sorry, I can't explain at the moment. Time's tight as well, so I suppose I'll keep looking for a while.
If you're looking for a hat, I just picked one up over here. Is it yours?
Your Grace!
Oh, hey, Wriothesley! It's been a while!
Well, that was convenient, and he just ran off, I
Well,
think.
it's a slow day today, so I decided to go for a little stroll. Even if your workspace isn't cramped, it's still good to get some air. I'll say, I'm not at all surprised to find the two of you here. You never could turn down someone's request for help.
Looks like that was the right hat.
It's what good adventurers do, after all.
I thought he ran away, but no, he was just checking the hats.
Is that so? Maybe I should consider asking the Adventurers Guild to open a branch here.
Oh, God. You know, I feel like Catherine would say no if not for the fact she was a robot, so that might actually work. Wait. No, it wouldn't, because... No, I guess it would, because they can still request commissions. They just can't take any.
As I recall, these hats are very important to members of the Beret Society. Best you avoid misplacing it again, You might not have the same luck next time.
Understood. Thank you so much, Your Grace. Then I'll be off. I'll get going now.
Isn't that what "I'll be off" means?
What a strange guy. Why did he care so much about his hat?
Wriothesley literally just said it was important to his organization. Keep up, Paimon.
Oh, and has he done something wrong? When he saw you, it was as if he'd seen a ghost.
Oh, not at all. In fact, members of the Beret Society are model prisoners. They work hard and never get into trouble. They've saved me a lot of work, in fact. As for him, I'd guess he's just more of an introvert. It's not unusual for the more shy prisoners to freak out when I show up unannounced.
Dude, I'm an extrovert, and even I know I should fear you.
Huh? Shy? There are prisoners who are afraid to talk to people?
Prisoners are still people, after all. There are as many crimes and motives as there are stars in the sky. The idea of the criminal as a selfish, heartless brute is just a stereotype. Such labels could never capture the complexity of even a single individual person. What kind of a person a prisoner may be and why they've committed a crime, we'd never know these things if they don't share their story with us.
Huh. You've got a point. Anyway, it's all good as long as it makes sense to you.
What is this Beret Society?
Although most of the societies here will just turn individual brawls into mass ones, the Beret Society does appear to be an exception, and it's instead trying to experiment with some novel and interesting things. If you have some time, why don't we grab something at the Coupon Cafeteria? It'll give us time to catch up too. And if you're still interested in the Berets after that, I can take you to their usual gathering place as well.
Paimon's not the biggest fan of that cafeteria, but if we're gonna catch up...
Let's go.
Alright then, please follow me.
So I wasted my time getting lunch. I could have just done so with the quest. Which way? That way?
Welcome, Your Grace, and the Traveler. Would you like 3 orders of today's welfare meal? Unfortunately, we weren't informed of your visit in advance, so we didn't prepare any super deluxe welfare meals today.
I'll pass on the food, then. What about you?
You guys both suck. Play the roulette like everyone else. Super deluxe or bust.
Then Paimon will also pass. Paimon will save her stomach for something better.
Oh, what a pity. It would seem that none of us can properly appreciate your skills, Walsey.
Then I must beg Your Grace to find me some more ingredients, so I can come up with some more welfare meal recipes. If you're not in the mood to eat, I can get you some drinks. We just got some great shipments in from above.
Yes, please? Huh. Paimon didn't know you could get non-welfare stuff at this place.
It's not for everyone. Think of it as a special treat for VIPs.
I don't know why that surprises you, Paimon.
Oh, now that's what Paimon likes to hear. In that case, 2 bottles of the drink for Paimon, please.
2 bottles coming right up.
Our first meeting took place on short notice, and we were both swamped by everything that happened after, so there was no time for more casual chit-chat. I'm actually quite fond of stories, you know. Of course, the others have already told me a lot about your deeds in Fontaine, but I'd love to hear it straight from the source.
Whoa, that'd be quite the long story.
We fought tooth and nail for the sake of justice. Still trying to learn more about Fontaine, but to be honest, I really wasn't that involved with a lot of it.
Impressive. Not all who possess the courage to risk their life for their ideals also have the strength to make it out unscathed. Had you not possessed these remarkable qualities, I probably wouldn't have had the chance to make your acquaintance in the first place.
Paimon gets the sense that you're trying to flatter us. That guy we talked to earlier was obviously trying to get us to put in a good word for him, but you're the Duke, right? Why would you need to get on our good side?
He probably needs us for something.
Well, after all, you did help the fortress and I maintain our autonomy. Is it so strange that I would want to give a few words of praise out of genuine admiration?
Just a little bit.
So this is a matter of trust. Which is unfortunate, since I don't have nearly as interesting of a story to offer about myself. I was convicted and sent here at an early age. I only became the top dog after spending a long time figuring out its inner workings. Power and control come in many forms. Some fair and ethical, others less so. And since we're all sinners here, the victor calls the shots, no matter how they manage to get to the top. So, what do you think? Didn't put you much more at ease, now did it?
Kinda. You're really different from most of the people we've met so far.
I at least respect your honesty.
I'm perfectly aware of that too. But even so, that doesn't make me think any less of you. I would very much like to maintain friendly relations with you two.
That's how I feel as well.
Your Grace, after following your instructions, we were able to find a box of undeclared contraband in the latest shipment of cargo. They were extremely well hidden, and we've confirmed that the senders have been using this method to smuggle goods for a while. We're trying to trace the goods to their source.
Got it. Leave the box here and contact me immediately if you make any progress. You're just...
Yes, Your Grace.
Sorry, I'd almost completely forgotten about this.
I don't believe you. You wanted to hire us for this, aren't you?
She mentioned something about contraband. Are they like dangerous goods?
Not necessarily. The term is just applied to things people want to bring in on the sly. Many people here are experts at pulling rabbits out of the most ordinary hats. So we have to examine everything carefully. Now, what do we have here? It's more or less what I expected.
Whoa, this is certainly a box of curiosities. Mora, snacks, yarn, balls, ropes, mechanical parts, and even a gem! Wait, if you've confiscated this entire box, then does that mean all of this belongs to you now?
Yep. We can't just send them back up now, can we?
What? But that's just insane profit! Traveler, why don't you become a duke as well?
Let's get that title then.
It's only been a couple minutes since we agreed to continue friendly relations with each other, and you're already planning to overthrow me?
Yes.
Jokes aside, I didn't know you'd be so interested in this box. How about this then? You can pick anything you want from it. Consider it a gift from me.
Really? You'll let Paimon pick anything? No takebacks. Paimon will have you know that she's got a real good eye for treasure.
I never joke about things like this.
Alright, Paimon's gonna have a look. Paimon wants this one. This dark, sparkly gem. You just know it must be
Is it obsidian?
Actually, never mind. Paimon doesn't want this gem anymore. Can Paimon pick something else instead?
Paimon, what's wrong? Are you feeling unwell?
There's something weird about this gem. Paimon remembered a lot of bad things when she picked it up. Paimon couldn't even tune them out. It's as if the gem was just drawing them out of Paimon's brain. It was super spooky.
Is that so? Let me give it a try. Paimon's right. I too experienced some unpleasant flashbacks.
Huh, let me try.
Are you sure? I wouldn't exactly call it fun.
I want to make sure I know exactly what you saw.
Fair enough. Go ahead. I don't think it'll have a permanent effect.
Am I gonna get CA for his bad vision? Is it gonna be him being separated from Lumine? Ah, yes, the Collie Bear quest.
Are you okay, Traveler? You also saw something, right?
Yeah, it's just as you said. I relived some rather unforgettable memories.
I'll take this gem then and run a thorough investigation on its properties. Paimon, feel free to pick something else.
Actually, never mind. Paimon's gonna pass. Paimon was thinking about one of the snacks, but who knows if it'll also make Paimon sick.
Doesn't hurt to be careful.
You do have a point. In that case, we should destroy the entire box and all of its contents.
Honestly, normally I'd say that's a bit pushing it, but yeah, if that fucking depressant gem came out of it, yeah, that box needs to be just nuked. Just
seems like we're almost done with our drinks too.
Eviscerated.
Let's go check out the Society's gathering place then. I can introduce you, and we can also continue our conversation while we're at it.
Wait, are you this free every day or something?
Just noticed? I wasn't exactly busy the first time we met either.
Why are you being placed so close?
We are honored by your visit, Your Grace. All of us at the Society have been waiting for your arrival. Are these your two guests?
Mm-hmm. Let me introduce you to them. Traveler, this is Dugier, the head of the Beret Society. This is their gathering place.
Nice to meet you, Dugier. You have a weird name.
Members can find all sorts of drinks and snacks here, as well as a large variety of books and other resources. Every once in a while, the Society will also host activities and seminars, which are always well attended.
You flatter me, Your Grace. All we did was set up an organization in the same way as you would in the world above. It's so easy to feel lonely and helpless when you arrive here for the first time. I remember that feeling all too well. None of us knew anything about this place then, after all. But that's when the thought came to me. If we could help everyone turn over a new leaf, they would no longer have to lead such gloomy existences. Thus, it was with your help that I founded the Beret Society.
Oh, so you were also involved with this, Wriothesley?
My part in this was minimal. All I did was follow procedure and rubber stamp the application. I'm sure you have a very good sense of what this place is about by now. As you know, not everyone takes their sentence seriously. For some, this is just another place where they can eat, breathe, and sleep. But the Society is a great place for those who wish to turn things around.
Exactly right. Here, we keep an eye on each other and remind each other of our goals. Everyone can focus on rehabilitating our mental states and even make many new friends. Our operations are entirely funded by members' donated goods and credit coupons. Same for the things you can see here.
Who knew you could find such a place in the Fortress of Mirapede? Oh, right, and what's the deal with the hats?
Ah, there's nothing deep about it. I just felt like we needed some kind of visible identifier. If our members felt joy and pride from being a part of this group, then the hats would become a point of pride for them as well. And when we're together, we will feel a sense of community from seeing everyone's hats. Optimism, community, hard work, and a desire for a new life. I hope this hat will show everyone everything we have been working towards.
I like this guy's voice.
In other words, that hat has come to represent something like a model citizen, which also helps them recruit new members.
Once again, you are exactly right, Your Grace. That's a part of our goal as well. Let's take a little old seat over here. There's no need for us to stand. I'll ask the members to get us some drinks. Please, wait here just one moment. Feel free to look around too if you want to learn more about us.
So this meeting was planned all along? He said they'd been waiting for a while.
Oh, right. What happened to your slow day, Wriothesley?
Seems like I shouldn't underestimate an adventurer's keen sense of observation. I'll bear that in mind the next time I need to do something low-key. Kidding, of course. We're just discussing some small matters. It shouldn't take long. We've also already gone over the organization's vision. Instead of listening to me try to explain some more, maybe it'd be better if you took a look around for yourself.
Why does Paimon feel like he didn't answer the question at all? Well, we're already here, aren't we?
Yeah, might as well take a look.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like the model prisoners, right? So this is what their spot looks like.
Chat with the members of the Beret Society. Hello, Redhead. What you doing? Looking at books? There's a good variety of books here. It also looks like the selection is regularly updated. If anything else, one can definitely find something here with which to pass the time. A member's diary is also displayed among the books. It was probably included for recruitment purposes.
Hey, what are you doing over here?
Oh, hello. You are guests of the Duke, are you not? I'm organizing the bookshelves. Want to take a look? We've got some classics, as well as a few books that the members published themselves.
There are writers in the society?
Yeah. Most of them are writing diaries or autobiographies on their time in the organization. Some quit drinking. Some learned to tailor. Some became real good at calligraphy. And even I've learned to use a camera. We find it kind of funny. You see, had we managed to stay above ground, none of us would have ever had the time to learn any of those skills.
It's because you all have a lot more free time now.
Not only that, but we've also now got the mental space to think about taking on new things. Before we came here, we were constantly exhausted just trying to live. With how the Duke and Mr. Dugier have organized our lives down here, though, all we need to do is think about the things that we want to do. You never know what you may be good at until you give it a try. And while you're here, no matter what you do, you won't get judged for it. After all, there's no need to conform to societal expectations when you're already in jail.
So this is something like a safe space.
Yeah, that's exactly right. After all, not everyone is good at fighting, or have the physical strength to do hard labor. The society is exactly what some of us need. And that's it. I just finished organizing this shelf as well, so feel free to check it out if you want. Just remember to put the books back after you're done.
Don't worry, we will.
Not. I'm kidding, I'm not that much of an ass. Awesome. Oh, it's a person.
Welcome to our gathering place. Is there anything you'd like me to explain to you?
Oh, it's okay. We're just taking a look around.
You sound a bit like a Melusine guide.
Well, that's not a bad comparison. It is my job to explain our amenities and benefits to our latest members. I'm sure Mr. Dugier has already explained some of it, but allow me to fill you in some more. Besides this space, which our members use to rest and relax, we also have an entertainment room, a fitness room, and a self-study room. These rooms are open to all of our members. We want everyone to be able to use their free time to the fullest.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Do you have a restaurant too? If you did, you also wouldn't have to eat at the big cafeteria anymore.
Unfortunately, we don't. For matters like that, we still have to rely on His Grace. We started a collaboration with the cafeteria a while back, though, so they'll let us borrow their kitchen to do some simple research into recipes and cooking.
You really thought of everything.
Yeah, Paimon can definitely see how it'd be easier to live your life if you had all this support.
Yep, and that's exactly why Mr. Dugier founded the Society. We all think we made the correct choice to join him.
Hey, you there, newbie!
Hello? Are you talking to Paimon?
Yep, I'm talking to you. Now, why don't you follow my lead and take a deep breath before letting everything out like this? Ha!
That was kind of loud, actually.
That's how I pump myself up every day. A lot of my friends have found it super useful too. With one shout, you can release all the fatigue, resentment, and unpleasantness from your lungs and return to the day with all the optimism in the world.
All it did was hurt my throat a little.
Why don't you also give it a try, huh? I promise that it'll work.
I already did.
Paimon's gonna pass.
Feeling shy? That's alright. As long as you remember this trick, it'll come in handy one day. Just remember to take a deep breath and let it all out if you find yourself at your wit's end.
I kind of hope we do that at some point during this quest. Now we talk to Wriothesley, or is this gonna automatic?
We've talked to everybody. It sure sounds like they're all pretty happy. That would explain why Wriothesley only had good things to say about this place. Huh. It looks like they're starting to wrap up their conversation as well. Let's go over to them.
Of course, Your Grace. I will attend to those matters right away.
Okay, then I don't have anything else to add. Oh, you're back. What did you think about this place? Now, note that your opinion will also affect my review of Dugier and the Society as a whole.
Wait, I didn't know they were also a part of the evaluation process. It's all right with me, though. I'm pretty confident about our growth and activities.
Paimon thinks it's pretty good. Don't think anyone expected you to get a society going here of all places.
Same here. Seems alright on the surface.
Yeah, you're right. By themselves, our resources probably don't feel like much.
The prisoners here all have very different personalities and psychological needs. Our needs are like violent beasts. If we can't face them properly, they'll grow restless and enraged, causing pain and conflict. But if we can placate them, they lose their fangs, and they can even be converted into fuel for far nobler pursuits. Which is why, in my opinion, learning to reconcile with oneself is the first step on the path to redemption.
You've hit the nail on the head, Your Grace. Before I founded the Society, I'd met too many people who could not come to terms with themselves. And I'm sure that a part of your support is rooted in your desire to help those people find their way.
And Paimon thought everyone was enjoying life just fine, working and fighting.
Of course, that lifestyle is more than enough for some people in the fortress. For others, though, they would just be useless distractions.
Speaking of fighting, I'm not sure if you knew this, but even His Grace sometimes fights in the ring.
What? You fight in the ring too? Wearing those high-tech boxing gloves of yours?
Oh, I almost never need them.
Almost never, you say. So instead... Oh, it's an interruption. Why are you scared?
Hey, isn't that the guy who lost his hat? Did you come here to relax too?
It's okay. I know we're with Wriothesley, but we won't kill you.
What's wrong? Did you forget about us already?
Is he an outcast of the
Are
group?
you feeling all right? You are looking a little pale.
No, I'm fine. Thank you for helping me get my hat back.
I'm sorry, but I've got to go.
He's still as weird as before. Paimon's kinda used to it by now, though.
Dugier, do you know what's up with him?
I'm also not too sure about that. As far as I recall, he's always been a little strange, but I'll check up on him later. After all, it's my responsibility as the leader to make sure that no one falls through the cracks.
We'll leave him to you then. Where were we before we got sidetracked?
Something about boxing gloves.
Oh, right, about that. You might have thought that I was joking, but in a place like that, everyone will use everything in their power to win. And when emotions run high, things often spiral out of control. That would be when I need to pull out my gloves to maintain order. Sometimes you might need more than just gloves as well. This pair of handcuffs has also come in handy quite a number of times.
Bro, it's a boxing... Actually, I guess I could see why you would need them. Maybe someone tried to kill or something, I don't know.
Oops.
Oh, it's the Rock.
Oh, isn't that awful gem? You're still carrying it with you?
Yeah, I kept it on me because of its special qualities. It won't affect me as long as I don't let it come into contact with my skin.
Go on, you guys. Pick up the item for His Grace, would you?
Don't!
Yes, right away.
Anyone gonna warn them?
That gem shines with quite the dazzling light. I hope it hasn't been damaged. Your Grace, please let me know if there's something wrong with it now.
It still looks good to me. Say, Dugier, have you ever seen a gem like this?
How are they able to pick it up for him without being affected by it?
Never, Your Grace. Don't think I've ever been rich enough to afford this kind of a thing.
I guess that's fair. We've already gone over most of the things that I wanted to talk about, so let's wrap up for the day. The Traveler also has some other plans, after all.
Got it, Your Grace. Take care, everyone. I'll take you to the exit. Traveler, Paimon, it was an honor. I'm sure everyone would love it if you were to visit again. And that goes for you as well, Your Grace. We wish you all the best in your endeavors.
And same to you.
Paimon doesn't think we made any plans for the rest of the day. Why did you lie to him?
Well, what's your opinion of the society now that you've taken a look around their headquarters?
Paimon thinks it's pretty chill. Weren't you complimenting them the entire time as well? Paimon doesn't remember exactly what you said, but wasn't it something along the lines of encouraging people to embrace their new lives with optimism? There's only one potential problem. If the society does too good a job managing and rehabilitating its members, you may be soon out of a job.
That is certainly a possibility. But at this point in time, they're still reducing my workload by managing and rehabilitating prisoners in my stead. I wanted to see just how much they've managed to accomplish, and also get a sense of Dugier's plans for the future. I arranged for a meeting out of curiosity, but then I noticed some faint hints of dissonance.
Dissonance?
I'm sure the Traveler has sensed it too.
I did, actually. It's a bit hard to put into words, but there's something off about that place.
As expected, you also picked up on it.
The things I noticed was, 1, the guy's obvious fear. 2, them ordering the order to pick up the thing for Wriothesley without knowing what it is, and, like, I don't know, felt more authoritative than, I'm bad at explaining myself. I'll just say that was also a red flag to me. As well as how nervous the girl seemed after the command was given to pick up the rock for Wriothesley. And the fact that they weren't affected by it at all kind of makes me feel like they're already depressed, because if the thing brings up depressing memories, you'd be affected by it unless you're already in a state of depression, right? So yeah, those are the red flags that I noticed personally. Maybe those aren't the red flags I'm supposed to be seeing at all. Maybe I'm a dumbass. Who knows? Let's find out.
The whole truth is a bit complicated, so I'll explain everything to you later. I can tell you right now, though, that this was an unexpected turn of events. I had hoped to take care of it in secret, but now confrontation may no longer be avoidable. It's hard to predict what might happen next.
Boss Paimon.
What a shock.
Why don't you take this opportunity to check back on the gathering place? Just tell them you left something of yours there by accident. If my hypothesis is correct, Dugier should already have left. And with his watchful eye removed, you may well get a very different reception from the members.
Can't you just tell us exactly what to expect?
I'm just following the most popular playbook in Fontaine. Investigate, obtain evidence, and then use the truth to render judgment. It's been so long since I got to watch a performance at Opera Epiclese that I've even begun to miss it.
I'll trust you for now.
I'll explain everything to you later, but right now we need to seize this opportunity. Find out what you can from them now while they're all in one place. We might not get another chance like this anytime soon.
Shinies. Ooh, words. Hi, it's been a while. Tried to be around for a while, but Wi-Fi is dumb.
It's just
And
as
I got
Wriothesley
free
said.
time since lunch
Seems like
break.
Dugier is no longer here.
Welcome to the stream, Pika Twig. Sorry for hesitating. I was getting rid of notifications. Welcome to the stream, Pika Twig. It's nice to see you again. I missed you. Hope work's going well, and I hope you're enjoying your lunch.
You said you felt there was something off about this place, right? So let's see if we can feel something out.
Alright, I usually have to recap for you when you get here, right, Pika Twig? I started Wriothesley's World Quest. Started off with just finding a hat for a guy, then reading up with Wriothesley, who ended up finding his hat for us. Wriothesley showed us this group called the, I forgot their name already. We'll just call them the Hat Group for now. And they seem like a nice place, but not really, because there's something off about them, but to investigate what.
Paimon will do her best to help.
I also don't know where to start. Let's see if we can start up a conversation.
Wait, you guys are...
We're really sorry. We just realized that we lost something, and we figured we might have left it here by accident. We'll be on our way as soon as we find it.
Oh, okay.
Did anyone see a glass bottle by chance?
Nobody?
It was about the size of my hand. I was using it to store some spice powder.
It's okay. There's no need to be nervous. It's not like we lost a whole bag of more or anything. We'll just look for it ourselves if none of you caught a glimpse of it. We're not going to tell Wriothesley anything, don't worry.
I'll go find Mr. Dugier.
No need. We're just looking for something. Why does he have to know?
Yeah, this is fucked. This is incredibly suspicious. It's like, feels like they're all terrified or something. So yeah, I think the things I noticed were correct.
We can look around for it, yeah? Hey, hello? Anyone home?
Hello? How can I help you?
Can you give us the rundown again?
The Beret Society offers a variety of resources and benefits to its members, and, I mean, you've already heard my spiel. I don't know anything beyond what I've already told you.
You don't know anything?
Sorry, that's not what I meant. It's just... there's nothing more I can tell you.
Hey buddy, want to give me some more breathing exercises?
Hey, big guy.
What do you want?
Isn't this how you greeted us earlier? Take a deep breath and let it all out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You sure are a fast learner.
Where'd your optimism go?
I ate something earlier, so I'm falling into a bit of a food coma, and, I mean, not everyone can be super upbeat all the time, right?
I used to be super upbeat all the time. Small thing I'd been wanting to ask. So I'm playing for a Pokemon game and wanted to ask if I could nickname one of my team members after you. You cool with that? I'm more than cool with that. If you want to call him by my username, I guess you just call him King D. But if you want my actual name, my name is Dwayne. The black version, not the white version. That actually was a bad way to word that. The D-W-A-Y-N-E version. I'm fairly certain white people use D-U-A-N-E.
You're looking for something, you said? I didn't see it, but, it should be somewhere nearby.
I don't like how depressed you are, sir. I'm not saying you don't have the right to be depressed, but you're normally so happy. I don't like seeing you like that. Oh. I didn't even finish the world quest, but I already got all of my dailies, really? Nice.
Are you still organizing the bookshelves?
Yeah, and I'm sorry. But you can't check out the books right now.
We weren't thinking about that to begin with, but weren't you super friendly just a moment ago?
Sorry.
Okay, Paimon sees what you meant now. Seems like they really don't want to talk to us, so let's just head back.
Oh, this is another world quest. I'm just gonna accidentally complete a world quest while doing Wriothesley's story quest. I remember an earlier world quest revolved around winning some type of team event with a team of children. They just mentioned joining their teams. I'm wondering if we're doing that team event again. I mean, I could find out by reading, but I'm gonna be honest, I've gotten tired of reading Genshin's world quests. Also, congrats on getting new Valette. Thank you. He is a very strong character, so I'm glad I got him. I also got his book. Full disclosure, I did not get him free to play. I may have given in to temptation. I also got the Staff of Home as a result.
Oh, you're back. How were things at their headquarters?
It was as if they had all turned into completely different people.
They all clammed up. They were acting super scared.
That would prove my suspicions. The dissonance I mentioned earlier was precisely that fleeting moment of fear behind the cheerful facade.
Like the one guy we found hiding in the box.
Right. He was acting super scared too when we saw him at the gathering place.
Oh god, and then we pointed the leader right at him. That dude's fucked.
Actually, hasn't he just been acting super paranoid since we first met?
And that's precisely why I took his hat.
Oh, so the one who started it all was...
You suck.
It was you all along!
Like, I get you had to do it to get shit done, but you may have fucked that guy in order to do so.
It's because I wanted to figure out what's really going on. I don't believe any of Dugier's talk about unstable mental states.
How long have you been investigating this?
Not too long. Dugier made very elaborate preparations for my visit. But I don't know. It almost feels like the performance was too elaborate.
Okay, but if you think something's wrong, why don't you just take the whole society into custody? Aren't you the Duke? You can do whatever you want in this place.
Well, maybe you're actually a better fit for the position than I am. Just give me the word and I'll hand you the cuffs. In all seriousness, however, cuffs and the like should be used sparingly. They're mostly for show. Everything I do is on display. The way people see me act determines the kind of world I can create down here. And I've always striven to appear fair and reasonable to the people.
That sounds a bit deep. Paimon's not sure she got all of it.
The Duke's actions will set the tone. The Duke's eyes will be emulated by the people.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. I have to lead by example if I want to maintain expectations of justice and order. And that's why, even though Dugier had already let a few things slip, I didn't want to turn on him without irrefutable evidence.
Alright, so you're saying Dugier has figured out some way to control the members of his society. And even though the members are acting all optimistic and motivated, it's all just a show.
I doubt it's that simple. I feel like we're still missing something.
Indeed. He certainly seems to be using some coercive methods to turn his members into the most upbeat and motivated group of people you've ever seen. And that won't turn out well in the long run. I have some faith, though, that some of the members understood the hint I gave during our visit. The line has been set, and it's quite likely that a fish will bite.
Fish?
Let's give them some time. My guards will need it to finish their investigation, too. You can find me in my office when the time comes.
Hey! Don't just leave before you've explained everything to Paimon! Hey!
Wait until nighttime. 8 to 24. It was probably 18 to 24, not 8. That was so fast. I was about to start a conversation with Pika-Twig.
It's finally evening. Wriothesley's probably wrapped up his investigation. Paimon has no idea what that guy's thinking. Let's just go find him and ask him what he's really up to.
Will do. Did I take the long way around and not realize it? No, I didn't. Just that since this thing's in the center, it looks closer meters-wise than it's supposed to. I'm kind of hoping that we'll get Edelgard's English VA in the game, so we can make a team of either Aether, Sarah, Ayato, Wriothesley, and that character. Let's see, I'm trying to remember what the connection is. I assume Aether is Byleth. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know what the connection is. I don't remember voice actors' names all that much. So, are they all Black Eagles, maybe? I was thinking the Lords and Byleth at first, but no, maybe they're all Black Eagles.
Did you manage to land a lucky pull on the welfare meals tonight?
Let's just get straight to the point. Has anything else happened with the society?
Patience, Paimon. Even as the situation continues to brew, we still need to make sense of what we learned so far and go over any sticking points.
Oh, so Aether is Byleth. I was right about that. Sarah's female Byleth, Ayato's Dimitri, and Wriothesley is Claude. Ah, I dislike Wriothesley more now. That's a joke. That's mostly a joke.
I'm actually still thinking about the first thing that came to my mind when I noticed something amiss. Namely, why didn't anyone come to me about it?
Ah, yes. Let's go from one terrifying motherfucker to another terrifying motherfucker.
Oh, that's a good point. Could whatever they're afraid of be so powerful that even you won't be able to do anything about it?
But even if such a thing existed, how could they be so sure without checking with me first? It'd be one thing if it was just one or two people, but it seems like everyone's convinced that I won't be able to help. Which leads me to believe that it's more likely that they think I just wouldn't care to help them.
Because you instigated Dugier in the first place? Because you've been working with Dugier all along?
Yes, something like that. Dugier must have told them something to make them think I won't take their side. So it became imperative for me to refute that and prove my true stance. Of course, I had originally planned to do this in a more covert way, but I had to improvise when you identified the guy who'd lost his hat with everyone present. There was no way to keep our investigation a secret after that.
That makes sense. Wait, then does that mean it was all Paimon's fault?
Another Free Houses VA in this game. The person who voices Sedif is also Kazuha. God damn it. Not you mentioned.
The last thing that guy wanted was for Dugier to find out that he'd lost it. He would have never brought the matter up on his own. But now, not only has Dugier found out that he'd lost his hat, he's also realized that we were the ones who found it. That likely set his internal alarms off all at once.
The hats must be hiding something.
Yes, that's the conclusion I came to as well. It's the only thing that could explain the fear. If we didn't act right then and there, Dugier would probably come up with some other way to hide the truth, and we'd be back to square one. So after giving the matter some thought, I tossed that black gem onto the ground. I must say, I was pretty satisfied with the results.
Ah, so you did that on purpose?
Yes, that's right. Of course, that box was discovered as part of our investigation of the Society from the very beginning. I had no way to know if any of the members had actually seen the gem before, but since I had to do something, I decided to gamble.
So that's the hints you were talking about earlier.
Right. And I said back there that I had no idea what the gem represented. That should have been enough to let people know that it's still early days for my investigation. And since I was traveling with you, heroes who have never turned a blind eye to evil and injustice, they would also understand that we're here to help, rather than to tolerate or uphold the status quo.
You used us as a part of your plan too!
So that's why you want us to come along.
My apologies. There was no time and quite a lot to explain, so I figured it might be easier to just let you see a few things for yourselves. But I can assure you that I've now told you everything there is to know. Of course, you're under no obligation, but I would really appreciate it if you could continue to lend me your support and help me figure out the true secret behind the Society. Would you be willing to lend me your support?
But Paimon's still mad at you!
Sure, if I need some help planning. Sure, if I just need to fight them off.
You have my thanks. Now, there are still two outstanding matters in our investigation. The first is the secret of the hats. I've examined one before. There was nothing suspicious about the item itself. The other is the true purpose of the black gem. We haven't been able to get anything out of anyone with actual knowledge of it. It's my hope that a brave fish will take my bait and venture outside of their dark and murky pool. I'll put some music on while we wait.
I still find it weird how Paimon quote-unquote sits.
Excuse me, Your Grace, but may I come in? I'm afraid that someone's been following me.
Please, do.
Oh, we never even spoke to that one.
I apologize for my lack of composure. These two are the guests that came with you to our gathering place, correct?
You know us?
Yes, my lover Fasol told me all about you. Please, help us, Your Grace. He's in great danger right now.
Is Fasalt the one that was super nervous before? Dude, not being playable was full-on bullshit.
Slow down, take a deep breath, and start from the top.
I won't deny I didn't pull
what happened
for
at the
her,
Society?
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I will try. I think I should start from when you saw Fasol last.
You mean when we saw him at the gathering place?
Yes, he fled immediately, but many members are hot on his heels.
Actually, before I continue the story, there is something I want to say from that. I was going to ignore Dragalia Lost comment until we were, like, walking through the story quest with nothing to do for a hot minute. But no, I want to get this file off my head before I forget it. If Paimon does become playable like Not, I don't want it to be in the same way that Not was. I don't want Paimon to suddenly grow in size and start fighting with a sword. If Paimon becomes playable, I demand she stay a small flying character and just have unique traits limited to her. Like, she's absurdly frail but can fly over things like water or up cliffs. So she's super versatile in movement, but super frail. I don't want some nonsense like, oh, by the way, Paimon can grow to 6 feet whenever she wants to protect her friends. I thought for sure that Not would be a wand unit with, like, less HP or something, but nah. I can Megamorph now.
Thankfully, he still managed to meet up with me and explain everything that had happened. Now that he's lost Dugier's trust, what awaits him is agonizing censure.
Agonizing what? Censure? What's censure? Don't think I've seen that word before.
Censure?
Censure is Dugier's method of establishing control, as well as the thing we all fear the most. Rather than listening to me explain what it is, Your Grace, please, just let me show it to you. Every secret may be found within...
The hat? Wait, who's there?
Here you are. I was wondering where you had run off to in such a hurry.
How the fuck did you get in here? It basically means disapproval. It's not French, surprisingly. Thank you for your insight, Pika-Twig. That statement wasn't sarcasm, by the way. Like, legitimately, thank you for the insight. How did you get in here if I was noticing?
Please excuse us, Your Grace. It was never our intention to disturb you like this. You see, Avisa's mental state has been rather unstable ever since she arrived at the fortress. She rambles often, has hallucinations. It may be best to dismiss her babbling as random gibberish.
I don't recall hearing a knock or giving permission for you to come in.
Oh, my apologies. I merely did not wish for Your Grace to be alarmed. Had I not been so focused on recovering her, I would have followed all the rules of etiquette to the letter. So please, forgive my discourtesy.
Like we believe you.
We know exactly what you're thinking. You've got some nerves on your face here. Indeed, like we believe you. We know exactly what you're thinking.
Please, there's no need to be upset. It's only natural to want to side with the poor sick girl, but I know His Grace to be a reasonable man.
Well then, what if the reasonable man wants to hear the lunatic out?
That would be perfectly fine with me. Oh, and just so you know, we've also found the missing Mr. Fasal. I had no idea why he was so upset about losing his hat, really.
That was a threat to her.
Thankfully, he has already returned to his senses. We've brought him back to our place, so there's no need to worry.
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I don't have anything more to say.
This is what you're afraid of, correct? You can tell me everything. I'll do all I can for you.
Are the rocks in the hats? Oh, wait, no. They must be used to being affected by the rocks. Because the rocks are from the shipment. And they're afraid of what he does to keep them in place. And the rocks bring up negative memories. So he likely punishes them by forcing them to be exposed to the rocks. That's why they were able to pick it up without being affected. They're used to it.
I've never seen that thing in my life.
You can do it, Avis.
Your Grace, I don't think there's anything else she would like to say. Pressuring her will not get you anywhere.
It's all right, Elise. As long as you tell me what it is that you're terrified of, no matter what it is, it will no longer be able to hurt you. I swear this on my name and honor as the Duke.
Your Grace, forget it. I'll keep my mouth shut. I've already said everything I could say about the matter.
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but I really don't have anything more to say. Please, don't press me further.
But why?
In that case, Avis and I will be off. Once again, please accept my apologies for disturbing your peaceful evening, Your Grace.
Miss Avis, please show me your head. That is an order. There's
Did you think the rock was on her head? Or in the hats?
Your Grace, I know you have long tired of my words, but please believe me when I say you've merely let your worries get to your head. The Society has never caused trouble for you or any of the guards at the fortress. We've spent all of our time working hard and trying to lead better lives. Why are you doing everything in your power to prove our guilt? What's wrong with the current state of affairs? I'll do anything for you, as long as you give me the word. Why are you so intent on getting rid of someone who's been unfalteringly loyal?
God, even your facial expression is... I can hear the evil in your voice now, what the hell?
Your words bore me. You know the consequences if I find you to be lying.
Everything that I do for the Fortress of Meripede. But your Grace is welcome to visit us any time to confirm the true intent of our activities.
Okay, I don't want to word it that way because it'll sound like an insult, but... Okay, I'm not trying to insult you for this, but it should be clear why they didn't want a cryo catalyst. They try to limit how powerful our exploration tools are, so they wouldn't want someone that can easily, infinitely ice bridge without much input from the player, which I think is why they were so hesitant to release the cryo catalyst. At least with Kaya, it's balanced by Kaya being shit. I mean, what?
All right, Avis. Let's head back.
Just what's up with that guy? He makes Paimon really, really mad. We should have shown him his place.
Sooner or later, all will pay the price for their arrogance. Oh, he must have been well prepared for this exact scenario, or he wouldn't have dared to be so openly hostile. All the more reason for us to be patient. The entire society are his hostages. His subordinates would definitely react if he were taken into custody. And that's why he dared to bare his fangs right in front of me.
One thing's for sure, we won't let him get away with this. So now our biggest problem is...
The true secret of the Society is neither on the hat nor on the members' heads. Dugier probably knew this from the very beginning, which is why he didn't panic. However, if we were to look at the rules, it would also seem like the head has to be the place where they're keeping all of their secrets.
Yeah, none of this makes sense to Paimon either. What are they trying to hide?
Oh, are we about to do a thinking game? Yes, we're doing a thinking game now. What did Advis hide in secrets? Beret Society Beret.
The hats are definitely being used to hide a secret. But there's nothing wrong with the hats themselves.
Advis's head.
But if there's nothing on her head, why did Avis feel the need to remove her hat?
Dogier's attitude.
From the way Dugier acted, he must have known from the beginning that we wouldn't be able to find any evidence.
Lost hair clip? What? What?
I have an idea, but...
What a coincidence, so do I. I don't even know what this idea is. Where the f did the lost hair clip come from?
Huh? What is it? Tell Paimon about it!
Advis didn't take her her hat off to draw attention to her head. She did so to remove her hair clip.
You mean this thing?
That's a bow, not a hair clip. I guess bows are hair clip? I don't know.
So, she handed a key piece of evidence over to us without Dugier noticing.
Oh shit, no wonder why she asked us to stop questioning her. We were gonna make it easier for him to find out.
That would mean that Avis didn't stay silent out of fear. She stayed silent because she'd already given us what we needed. Let me take a look.
Wriothesley tinkers with the hair clip for a brief moment.
I managed to remove this from the hair clip. It's long, slender, and conical, is hollow on the inside, and looks something like a cross between a nail and a thorn.
Alright, so it's not what I thought it was. It is not the black stone that caused depression.
Paimon's lost again.
Let's see. What if we do this?
Hey, what are you doing? Wait. Some kind of dark liquid is leaking out of the gem.
What? The fuck?
And some of it has been absorbed by this thorny-looking thing.
The gem is used as a container for a type of liquid.
You've probably heard before that water is filled with the strongest emotions of humanity.
So what, is this depression water?
With that in mind, this liquid is probably a highly concentrated solution of fear.
Oh, so that's why even touching it will make you remember unpleasant things.
So with this infused form...
Dugier would be able to censure others. I can only imagine how it would feel to have this directly injected into your brain. The moment it hits you would be like being flooded with all the terrors you've ever experienced in your life. Agony, desolation, and an overwhelming sense of despair. No wonder they're all so terrified of it.
So, was the hat meant to cover up their wounds?
That might not even be all. Let's go get them right away. We can't let Dugier escape with all of the evidence.
Is there anything to respond to while I'm walking? Nope. Last thing said was the thing about cryo units. I hope I didn't sound like an asshole in my response to that. I know sometimes my responses can seem quite dickish. I'm not a dick, I'm just a moron. Actually, maybe I'm a dick too, who knows. Two people are grounded.
Grace, we have taken the Society members into custody.
Oh, that was fast.
They all tried to flee just a little while ago, as if they had received some kind of order. We decided to forestall their plan, and were just about to send the word when you unexpectedly arrived.
Great work, everyone.
Hope you didn't hurt them, they're just victims in this.
You had prepared for something like this all along?
I had them stay here to keep an eye on things, so I'm glad that my intuition turned out to be correct. Perform a thorough search of the Society's headquarters and bring all the members to me.
Understood, Your Grace.
God, I know it's necessary, but I feel so sorry for these dudes, man. One's knocked out, one's holding his ribs, one's terrified for his life. These guys are fucking victims.
Now, let's check on them. As expected, they all have a hollow thorn inserted into a wound on their head.
Paimon's glad her eyesight isn't so good that she can see it from here. Paimon's gonna float away for a bit.
Oh, are you visually impaired too, Paimon? I didn't think we'd have that in common. They didn't pull the thorn out?
They probably left it there as a lasting reminder of Dugier's censure. These people must have had to endure an unimaginable amount of pain. Let's go check out the other areas too.
These papers are actually outdated, but they look brand new. Seems like no one has ever flipped through them. If you look closely, even the creases are almost identical. They don't seem to have been formed naturally through reading.
Hey, come here! Have a look at this!
What's up, Paimon?
This is a book that Paimon found in a box next to the bookshelf. Its contents are exactly the same as this book on the shelf. The colors of the covers are completely different, though, and the names of the authors also don't match up. So
these were also just for show, to make it look like the bookshelf's been added to the mainland. To look like the bookshelf's been being added to and maintained.
Yeah, and they dared to claim that they wrote these too. Huh.
I'm surprised you read enough to notice that, Paimon. Well done.
Look at what I found.
This
is a surveillance port. With this, Dugier would be able to remotely monitor everything that's happening at the gathering place. So even if Dugier's not there in person, he'll still always have eyes on the members.
That would explain why they were all so terrified.
Indeed. It's easy to become lost and confused when you're given no instructions or any kind of script to follow. And if any action you take may be deemed a mistake. And perhaps it's better to do less. Or to not do anything at all. Dugier has already tamed them to his will.
Why am I back at my original
Your Grace.
clue?
What's the matter?
We couldn't find any society members in the other areas. It also seems like none of the equipment in those rooms were ever used. All the signs of wear and tear are fake. The lime scale, the layers of dust, they were all deliberately added. We also investigated the members' residences and weren't able to find anything. Their neighbors all say that they haven't returned home for ages.
Oh. Is that right?
They're gone? That could only mean...
The society put a lot of effort into building a front. Their real headquarters are elsewhere.
Indeed. As long as he allowed society members to mingle with others, even with threats of censure, Dugier knew that he couldn't stop all of his members from speaking out.
Just curious, what do you think of the idea of Paimon betraying the Traveler and being connected to the unknown god? I don't mind if that theory is true. In fact, it probably is to an extent. But I will be annoyed if Paimon actually becomes a proper boss fight and betrays us permanently. Solely because Paimon and the Traveler's bond has developed too much. I think it's more accurate to say she was meant to betray us, but will refuse to do so because she's grown too close to us. Then again, maybe Paimon's a master actress, who knows. But she clearly is linked to the gods in some way. After all, she's a floating space baby with constellations on her back. Obviously, she's from Celestia to some extent.
Meanwhile, this marvelous gathering place will lose all of its value as soon as a whistleblower sounds the alarm. So instead of being his real base, this is just an elaborate performance. The rest areas, the fancy equipment, even the members that we saw, they were merely part of the front. And only the most docile and well-trained members were selected as his performers.
But then, where can we actually find him?
Let me think. Dugier must be holding all the rest of his members in another place. And if the overseer of my fortress guard has never alerted me to anything of the sort, he must be in Dugier's pocket.
Let's go find him. He can tell us where the real headquarters is.
I'm of the same mind. Let's go.
Oops, I think I accidentally skipped the line. Oh, god damn it! We have to do this again? I fucking hate this game, man. While Paulie's getting the quest scenes from life in the Meripede. Alright, let's go do that, I guess. One second, guys. We have to make a detour because this game sucks. To free a minority from their supervisory duties, the road to freedom has been blocked. No matter where you are, please tell me. Is he still busy? I don't think that was the point. Yeah, it wasn't. And her name is also from the Aragoi to like Barbatos and Warmup. Yeah, I already heard about that one. Paimon's the name of a demon or something. Sometimes that's just a naming convention. That's not always a hint that a character is evil per se. But I suppose it's not impossible for it to be the case that she is. But like the sands are all vegetables, it doesn't mean that they're linked to the concept of veggies. Maybe that just sounds like a dumb point, I don't know. Hello, sir. I don't actually care what you have to say, just hurry up and end this scene so I can go out to my character story, please. What? Why did you stop the story? Are you the advisor? Are you Wriothesley's advisor? You little shit. Sorry, you're taller than me, you big shit. True, I'm just saying it's a connection is all. Noted. Are we done? No? Still busy? Okay. Talk to Galvist. I hate this character's busy thing so much. Heck, it can obscure the Archon quest too. Alright, we're back. Alright, since you weren't here for it before, Pika Twig, Wriothesley's story quest actually stopped me from completing Nouvelette's story quest. I had to do the startup of Wriothesley's quest to finish Nouvelette's.
They are the pride of Fontaine.
Because of that, today's stream actually started off with me playing the video of the start of Wriothesley's story quest, because I couldn't exactly do it again.
Did that person flee here?
That's the most likely scenario to me. He's probably already caught wind of Dugier's declaration of war against me, and has fled to seek his protection. Let's keep heading down. There are some abandoned areas in there. Since he needs space, I'd guess Dugier probably converted them into his headquarters. We should be on the right track. Now we just need to find that turncoat. Let's go. We can take this path. You guys take the other.
We about to enter a dungeon? Oh, we started running. That's rare. You gonna move, or...?
Look! There's a fallen guard over there! Paimon sees some society members too!
After them!
It's Wriothesley! Run!
Did Dugier send you? Why did you attack that guard?
Come on! It's time to talk! Can't you see that he's trying to help?
No, he cannot see that.
I will take your cooperation into consideration when it comes time to hand out sentences.
But Mr. Dugier, he didn't want this guy to expose our true location. We were just about to dispose of him when you caught up to us.
So, in other words, your headquarters should be this way.
Yes, it's just down this way. You'll make it there once you've seen it pass through a large drainage pipe.
Now that's more like it.
Guards, take them away. Let's go. It's about time that we find out what Dugier's really after.
Guess I'll check the chat during this time down. This game is totally something sometimes. Yeah, it is. Okay, which of my teams would be the best assist to... probably Hu Tao's team. Yeah, Hu Tao's team will probably be the best assist to Wriothesley. Because Xingqiu's not Starfall swords. Xingqiu's whatever the hell his swords are called will be helpful to assist with Wriothesley's punches.
There's so much space down here.
Yeah, these are all former work areas. They've been left abandoned due to a lack of funds. There are usually guards on patrol here. It would seem that all of those guards have been bought as well.
Oh, actually, I should have used Ayaka's team. Oh well, too late now.
Stay sharp. He's got a ton of surprises waiting for us, I'm sure.
Witness the power.
Away now. Have a safe trip.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse. No.
Let's begin.
Hey, are you okay?
You're safe now. Just follow the guards and leave this place.
Who knew that there'd be Gardamex here? Dugier really prepared for everything.
And that would explain the strange decommission requests I received, as well as account for all the Gardamex that had mysteriously gone missing. Seems like he's prepared for an all-out confrontation with me.
Hey, what's this?
Seems like some kind of handbook. Let me see. Ah, this should be the Society's real rules book. It lists all the rules that they're expected to follow. Members are not permitted to speak to each other or to leave without formal permission. 5 members shall form a group, and the whole group will be punished for any single member's wrongdoings. Anyone who reports a fellow member's misbehavior shall be rewarded with food and water. I see. So it's much as I expected.
But that's just cruel and unreasonable.
To obtain food and water, prisoners are forced to snitch on others, and in the process cause pain to those around them. To avoid punishment, they learn to stop talking with one another. This leaves the wounds they've already received to fester, however, and so resentment builds until every prisoner has become an island. Finally, isolated and without hope, they accept their fate as Dugier's slaves.
Oh, wait, that's why they wouldn't talk to us when we came back to the group. Because of the rule about not talking to other members. That's terrible. The whole thing's an effort to... an affront to human dignity.
Do you remember what happened to Paimon? She rejected all the snacks in the box once she was spooked by that black gem. She's usually all for tasty snacks, but she chose to go against her instincts after a negative experience.
Ugh, is that the best example you could come up with? Anyway, Paimon still thinks she made the right decision. It never hurts to be careful.
No, your decision was valid. However, it's also valid to interpret that as a decision that you only made under emotional duress. The human heart is like a raft in a vast and empty ocean. We convince ourselves that we're in control, but in truth, a single wave could sweep us off course and send us crashing into the path of a storm. Those who use fear to lead others astray must pay for that crime.
I vow to never run away again. I vow to never speak without permission. I vow to remain conscious while being censored. I vow to earnestly carry out any order given to me by Master Duguay. I vow to actively denounce any behavior of my fellow society members who undermine the society's unity. I vow to voluntarily accept the 4th degree or higher punishment should I violate any part of my oath. The entire text is handwritten. The paper is creased and the handwriting is sloppy, suggesting it was written in a state of extreme duress. It was signed at the end with a fingerprint rather than a signature. Judging from the mark, it certainly doesn't appear to have been made with a gentle pigment, like that of an ink pad. Are they implying it was made with blood? Also, where's... ah, there it is. I was wondering where this treasure chest went.
If I'm not mistaken, the space ahead should be the central area of this place. But the door's been locked. Rather than confront Dugier, I think it's more important right now for us to rescue as many society members as possible. You guys should wait here. We'll try to open the door and check out some other spots.
Open the door. Would we have to do something to this mechanism here? Paimon doesn't get it at all. Forget it, Paimon's just gonna do some trial and error.
Rotate the device to shine a light beam on the... what?
Whoa! It's turning! Is it because we touched this thing? The other side's open! Let's go.
Okay.
A moment, please.
Time to act. Witness the power of the wild. Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword.
Away now.
Yeah.
Stay cool and face your guilt.
It's so high! We're not gonna have to climb all the way up, are we?
Activate the mechanism in front of us first, just like before. Let's see if that changes anything.
Ooh, the water level's gone way up! So that's how we'll make it to the top.
Just want to make sure there's no, like, treasure chest down here or something. Yeah, I don't see any treasure chests or anything. Alright, let's go back up.
Rain cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
A moment, please. These should be the prison cells. Lots of empty cells in here. Dugier's probably moved them elsewhere already.
Let's still rescue the ones who got left behind, though. Every person counts. Hey, it's all right now. You can leave this place.
No, I won't try to leave anymore. I'll never try to leave again. So close to me. I don't want any trouble.
No, we're not gonna do that. Please calm down. We're not bad people.
We won't be able to get through to her right now. Not with the stress response in the way. I'd also guess there are many others here who are more or less like her. Let's let the guards take care of them for now and keep pushing forward.
Avis and Faisal are still in danger.
All right. Let's search for an exit first.
I'm so hungry. Please give me something to eat. I'm begging you. Don't pass me a note. Are you trying to get us killed? Please. I'm hungry. So hungry. I'll report you if you keep this up. It's almost time for an inspection. Straighten up. So hungry. So hungry. So hungry. So hungry. What follows is constant repetition, with the handwriting becoming increasingly faint, failing to convey anything of use. The bottom half of the note is severely damaged and has a dirty shoe print on it. Looks like whoever wrote this has been taken away. It's just an abyss down there. So that's where I went to. I came from there, so there should be stuff this way. Dear Lauren, my sweetest daughter, I have no choice but to say goodbye to you in this way. Since our separation, not a moment goes by where I do not wish I could leave the fortress of Meripede as soon as possible and come back to you. To go back to being the father you looked up to the most. Perhaps I'm the only one who naively believes that sinners are forgiven. And when one is handed a sentence, they are already dead, leaving only a husk of flesh that must atone. Nobody shows compassion for the flesh. It's utterly filthy and utterly worthless. Don't make the wrong choices, Lauren. Don't do bad things. Live a beautiful life. Do your best to become a better you. Try to embrace all the bright things in this world, and don't leave any regrets behind like I did. Do not try to speaking for me. Nobody here can be trusted. They're all monsters with human faces, with not the slightest shred of decency, constantly starving beyond measure. Stay far, far away from this place. No matter how you feel inside about a father like me, I still want you to know I wish I could see you, and that I love you very much. I can't help but wonder if that's the guy from Wriothesley's character demo. Probably isn't, but give me that. Give me that too.
The door's open. Huh. Maybe it's His Grace. I'll go take a look.
I leave this area to you. Make sure to bring everyone out safe.
Understood. And please take care as well, Your Grace. We'll return here right away and await your orders.
Just focus on the tasks you've been given. I already have reliable help over here. Let's go back. We have unfinished business, do we not? That mechanism from the first room. Maybe we'll also need to hold it in place using the same device to open the door that leads to the central area. Don't forget to bring these along.
I assume these are the limiting device. So let's grab that and let's go. I believe I have 3 limiting devices on my person. We're trying to open that one. Okay. So limit you so that you don't move. Rotate. Rotate. Now let's limit you. Rotate. Rotate. Done. Funny thing is, I have 3 limiting devices on my person. I only needed 2. Yeah, you could even see the last limiting device I have on me, because it's floating behind me.
I must confess to being furious. To think that there are still some of you who find it permissible to spit upon our rules.
The fuck is he in?
Remember their names. Fasal and Avis. They've betrayed you, betrayed us. And today you will see with your own eyes what'll happen to those who betray our cause. Go on, Avis. Pierce his skull with the thorn in your hands, and then push in the Aqua Dolores. Of course, you will do it one drop at a time. Let it do its magic again, and don't stop until you've pushed all of it in.
Thistle, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll find a way to endure. Oh, shut your wretched mouths! When did I give you permission to speak? My rules are the paramount law of this place. Only more pain will come to those who dare to disobey.
That's enough, Dugier. Your rabid screams have been beyond nauseating.
Is that His Grace?
Ah, Wriothesley. I knew you would come, but I didn't expect you to be so quick. Must you still refuse to let me be? Did I not spell everything out for you already? What's so blasphemous about sharing a slice of the cake with me when you've already got the entire fortress at your feet?
It would seem that you can't see the difference between sharing and looting. And on top of that, look at your people. Are they not starving as you wolf down your cake?
You. Stop acting all high and mighty like some hero of justice! Have you forgotten? Nobody in this blasted fortress is innocent! We are all irredeemable monsters who have destroyed something that others held dear. What's so wrong about punishing those who deserve to be punished? It's what they've always deserved. And please, are you really gonna tell me that you care about their lives and well-being when you just need a supply of labor to keep this place running?
Sadly, you're wrong on both counts. Unlike you, I've never seen them as currency. The fortress is not only a place for confinement, but also a place for rebirth. Just as people are free to give in to the darkness within their hearts, they are also free to seek redemption and a new beginning. Our bodies have limits, but our spirits will always remain free. They may have made mistakes, but they are still human beings with people and things that they cherish. And most importantly, they should always retain the freedom to choose their own path once they've reflected on their past misdeeds. But you're destroying their spirits with fear, taking their freedom away so that they'll become slaves who will never again feel or think. And you say that's what they've always deserved? You are nothing compared to them.
He's really mad.
I feel the same way. Honestly, he's been keeping it in quite well.
You think me arrogant, Wriothesley. Well, I think you're too young and naive. You understand nothing of this world. Nobody actually sees this fortress as any kind of just a wonderful place. See it for what it is. A dumping ground of pain and misery, irredeemable now and irredeemable forever! No prisoner will listen to you out of gratitude of their hearts. The whip is the only way to make them obey. Had you been just one step slower, I would have already taken control of all the garden mechs in this place. Your vision gives you strength. But how long will it hold against these powerful constructs?
You talk big, but in the end, you know nothing outside of power and control. In that case, let me give you a small taste of what real power looks like.
Witness the power of Gugwa. Huh?
chilly. My way now.
No, my sword! Rain Cutter! Rain outlines your fate.
Solidify! I will have order. Stay cool and face your guilt.
If you think fear can control everything, well then, terrify me.
Don't high road me. You're just another crook. And it's time you got treated like one.
What's the matter? Too scared to shoot straight?
I'm warning you. Unauthorized punishment and torture are prohibited here. As to do, you should set an example.
Funny how that slipped my mind. Well, from this point on, you can forget about that rule. The rules of the fortress are there to keep the likes of you in check. But if the Duke wants somebody dead, he needs no justification. Understood?
The guards rescue society members who have been imprisoned at the True Horde headquarters. Wriothesley spends much time with each member, comforting them and extending his personal apologies. Following that, he makes arrangements for follow-up medical care and cleanup work. And thus does the Beret Society debacle truly come to an end.
Sorry for taking so long. Did I keep you waiting?
No, not at all. Paimon didn't know you were so considerate.
If you ask me, I'd say I actually feel very helpless. There's no way that I could truly empathize with the fear that the members felt every day. I could comfort and compensate them all I want, but it might still not be enough to repair the damage that has been done. I have to take responsibility for it, as does the fortress.
My job has been going well. Saying this because I was told I kind of had to. That's not concerning statement at all. And yeah, I guess I do have mana casters in this world. Unless we're able to stop it before it got any worse, right? Maybe you should give more formal apology. You sound serious than usual. Unless you're able to stop before it got any worse, right?
Yeah. It's the least that we could do.
So, do you have a plan for how you're gonna deal with him yet?
Oh, Dugier? I've already got an idea. For now, I think I'll do nothing.
Huh? Why?
I think it's a very fitting punishment for him to have to imagine the sorts of punishments that will soon be coming his way. He'll be left in the dark with regards to both the dates and the details of his punishment. Of course, that's not to say that I'll be letting him off scot-free. It's not often that I actually get the chance to be creative with my punishments. I'm going to talk to the members of the society. He'll get a chance to experience everything that he's ever inflicted on them.
I suppose it's the kind of punishment that only the fortress can what?
Paimon didn't know you could also be so harsh. Looks like she should watch her tongue when she's around you in the future.
The fuck do you mean you didn't know he could be so hard? He left Feminine out to drown. You know exactly the kind of person he is.
Why do you think I'd do that kind of thing to you? You offend me, Paimon. Anyway, jokes aside, thank you so much for all of your help. There's still a lot for me to take care of, so... How about this? I'll treat you to a meal in 2 days at the Coupon Cafeteria. We should have a better handle on things by then.
No, Paimon's had enough of that place.
Don't worry, it won't be the same old welfare meal. I'll make the necessary arrangements.
Oh, then you've got yourself a deal.
Wait until 2 days later between 11 and 13. It's not anything bad, it's kind of legal thing. Sweet story about my job. Some training, I just know what the room was. I don't know, man. I feel like showing someone direction isn't gracious, but just basic human behavior. But hey, if you're happy with the job, or at least happy enough to pretend to be happy with the job, who am I to judge? I'm glad you're enjoying your job, or at the very least contented with it.
You're here.
Paimon never forgets about meals. Even if the traveler forgets, Paimon will remind him for sure.
You say that as if I haven't been feeding you or something.
That's not what Paimon meant at all. Wriothesley, you got what Paimon meant, right?
I'm a little confused, actually.
Hey, not you too.
Jokes aside, I've got some good news. After taking a look, the doctors have let me know that it shouldn't be too difficult to extract the thorns, which means that everyone should be able to recover after a period of rest. As for their mental recoveries, most are making good progress as well. We've added a few who were more severely affected to a special observation list.
You sure got everything taken care of, Wriothesley.
I try my best. After all, it's my duty to take care of everything that happens within my territory.
I have a question for you, actually.
Please, go ahead.
Your flashbacks when you picked up the gem, or your anger when you confronted Dogear. I'll ask about the flashbacks.
That's a bit of a long story. I once had a similar experience. It had to do with the host family I lived with as a child. I was an orphan, adopted by a couple with a great deal of love in their hearts. I had many siblings, and we all adored each other. Once we were older, Mom and Dad would turn us over to be individually adopted by families of greater means, and go on to adopt more young children. They were perfect parents. Or so I thought.
And then?
And then, I found out we were merely raised as livestock. Once we had reached a certain age, our parents would bring us to the market for sale. All children that were sold would leave the house, and nobody would know what became of them. As for those who didn't sell, they were merely disposed of.
Do you mean put back into the system or killed?
Did you know I once considered myself an extremely lucky child? And all of my friends, all of my siblings, they all felt this way as well. I was also not the first to find out about the truth. All those who found out before me were simply added to the disposal pile. I could never shake the feeling of irony every time I juxtaposed their tragic ends against our parents' adoring smiles.
That explains a lot.
Yes. Like the society, my parents created a facade of joy, lied to satiate their desires, and even employed incredibly cruel methods to keep their grasp on power. They did all of that, but never considered how their actions would utterly ruin all the children they took under their wing. Worse, perhaps they never cared about that at all, but I did. So in the end, I killed them and set all of the remaining children free. I was convicted for my crimes and exiled to the fortress of Meripede. My methods were extreme, yes. But I was still a teenager at the time. I'd been betrayed by those I trusted most, and I didn't think that more moderate ways would solve the problem.
I was pondering if that is extreme solely because it seems like the law hadn't caught up with them yet. But maybe the law would have done its job? I don't know. He probably should have tried that before ending their waifus.
My doubt and helpless anger pushed me forward until I got what I deserved.
I don't really know what to say.
It's all right. You don't have to tell me what you think. I've already committed to this path, regardless of what anyone may say about it.
Ironic that the nation of justice, there's so much crime. Seriously, this is the second character who went through trafficking. That's why I always feel like justice isn't the measuring stick for goodness. Justice can only go so far. It's blind to so many evils and convicts so many good people. Ugh. There's much more to deciding what's right and what's just in the law.
The least I can do is to make sure that the same tragedy will not happen again in my new home.
Sorry to disturb you, everyone.
Oh, it's a Vincent Fasol. Are you two feeling better yet?
You may have recovered a bit too quickly. Oh, you still have the bow.
It was all because you arrived in time. I managed to escape unscathed.
Glad to hear it.
We came here on impulse today, because we were hoping that you'd be able to lend us a hand, Your Grace.
Please, go on right ahead. I'll do my best to help. Within reason, of course.
It's... I'd like to be wedded to Avis here at the fortress.
You're getting married?
If he lets them.
Yeah, we met each other through the society and both fell into Dugier's trap. But even during our time there, we never doubted each other. We always believed that Dugier was manipulating us, trying to make us mistrust each other. And after this incident, we've come to believe that we've found the one for the rest of our lives.
You could say we managed to make the best out of a bad situation. He didn't abandon me, and I didn't forsake him either.
I mean, you're about to stab a torture unit into his head, but I guess we'll just let that slide.
But we're still both prisoners, and we also aren't sure if the fortress is the best place to host something so celebratory. So we are just wondering, is our request a bit too out of line?
You're right in that the fortress has never hosted a wedding before. But that's no reason to say no, is it? I'll help you make the arrangements. If you need anything special shipped in from the surface, just say the word.
Oh, we can't thank you enough, Your Grace. We are actually also planning to stay here after the conclusion of our sentences.
Yeah, we've already made tons of special memories here. So now, it'd be too hard to leave.
Okay, that I call bullshit on. How the hell do you get tortured in here and go, nah, this place is special, let's stay here forever. Let's stay here forever. Nah, man. No way you're thinking that after that torture.
And we have full confidence in the fortress's future with you at the helm, Your Grace.
Your trust is the highest form of praise.
Hey, loosen up a bit. Shouldn't you be the happiest man in Teyvat to hear that people would like to stay of their own free will?
Yeah. I'll always take a genuine expression of faith over any obligation to obey.
Reborn in the Land of Grievances. Complete. Alright, well, we're done with the actual story, and there's no events going on, so that means we're done with today's stream. At least for the most part. Wait, what? Why are... Oh! Max Friendship. Oh, I actually forgot you have alternate outfits. Yeah, I kept you on this one for a reason. So we'll end it off with our usual summonings. Let me just switch Mona out while it's on my mind, because I don't want to be wasting friendship points. At least I think Mona's currently in my teapot. I also need to remember to do the teapot friendship before I do the daily commissions friendship. Because teapot friendship is set, while daily commissions friendship can be given to anyone. Yep, Mona is in fact in the pot.
If you ever have...
Shut up, Tubby. I'm kidding, Tubby. You don't need to shut up. I'm sorry. And yes, as you can see, I gave up and put Yai Miko in the teapot. Actually, since I'm on stream, I might as well just talk to Mona before I get rid of her. Actually get her dialogue on screen. Because some people are curious about the dialogues of characters in the teapot. Oh, actually, I shouldn't have been so quick to enter the thing. I got a really cool decoration I could have shown you, Pika Twig. I'll try to remember to show it before I leave the teapot. Anyway, Mona, you're not in here. Where are you, Mona? Where do I have you? Are you in here? No. Wait, what? Dia's like, the fuck? You got a good commission me? Wait, what the fuck is Mona? Is she in the back room? No, Heizo's in the back. Where is Mona? Oh, she's up here. Why are you up here? Why are you so far away from everything else?
Huh? Looking for me at this hour of the day? This falls outside of my predictions.
This hour of the day? It's the evening. What's weird about that?
Is something the matter?
Do you like it here?
Of course. The conditions and facilities are first class, and it's very comfortable here. So comfortable that I'm a bit worried that it might be hard to adjust once I leave.
You can stay forever.
Really? Being able to live in such a wonderful place without having to pay rent? Am I dreaming?
There goes the great astrologist's pride.
Huh? Why, you... Since you're letting me stay here for free, I'll let that pass.
Who said it was gonna be free?
Let me think of a way to repay you somehow. This way, we won't be indebted to each other. Huh? Looking for me at the... is...
How would you... Well, I mean, would you like to have a chat with me?
All right, I'm in good spirits. Is there anything you wish to know?
I want to hear some of your knowledge.
Oh, how studious of you. I am indisputably an erudite scholar, for my learning encompasses the stars above and Earth below. But it would consume a considerable amount of time to explain the tenets of astrology. For now, some practical advice will do.
Oh, like what?
For instance, ingredients approaching their expiration date can be used to create very cost-effective meals as long as you thoroughly cook them with the appropriate cooking methods.
Oh, that's true for them past their expiration date, too. I remember my roommates were mortified when they learned that I actually cook with slightly expired milk sometimes. I, stopped doing that at their request.
Many stores have monthly sales. Find an opportune time to stock up on grains and dried foods. As staple foods, they will keep you feeling full for a long time. Also, processing your own meat products is much cheaper than buying them ready-made.
Your knowledge is all about saving money.
How impolite of you to generalize it as such. These techniques are all a crucial element of living a disciplined life. They are the result of refinement of the objective laws of the world.
In other words, you're poor as shit, got it?
So, I'll be stricter with you. You need to be more disciplined if you are to understand this world's truths. Huh? Looking for me at this hour of the... is...
Is there anything you'd like to do?
I want to reserve some of your spare time. Let's go on a vacation together.
A vacation?
Maybe on an uninhabited island or in a quiet rainforest. Just somewhere we can put work aside and relax for a bit.
This doesn't sound like you.
Is that so? Hey, you don't just think of me as some research-obsessed maniac with a one-track mind, do you?
Yes.
Everything I do is to comprehend the truths of the world. Even a vacation is a way to meet this end. I started preparing for this a long time ago. Saving money can be difficult, so I specially prepared a savings jar. Every time I received a payment, I put aside some of it.
She's learning!
During this time, I also resisted buying hardcover copies of research manuscripts. Eventually, I had saved up enough.
I can't use your money.
Huh? What do you mean by that? Thanks for being considerate, but this is something I want to do, so it really is fine.
Then I'll go set aside some time.
Okay, I'll await your word.
God, she sounds so excited. Alright, let's get her the hell out of my pot. Actually, I need to decide... I need to see who actually needs friendship. Dia's already in the pot. Yaimiko is already in the pot, regrettably. I want to build Kirara, so I want to build her friendship the correct way.
What you see is what you get, and whether you take on the challenge is entirely up to you.
I think Kale's already in the pot. Let's see. Yeah, Kale's already in the pots. Okay, so we're at Kale. Let's see who else needs friendship. I want to get Yao Yao the right way. I'm using Kuki. I'm using Saizo. Sayu, not Saizo. Haizo's already in. Klee or Yoimiya seem like the best person to put in next. Shenhe's also an option.
My people are used to...
Klee, Yoimiya, or Shenhe. Let's go with Klee. Actually, if I'm gonna put Klee in, let's put her in... Where are you, Klee? Oh. Right, that's why you're so far away, because of furnishing limits. Because one little girl is so space-filling, I guess. Alright, Klee, you could hang out by this food stall place. Look at the little cutie. Look at the little cutie! Okay. Let's go back to the house so I can show you the new decoration I got. Then I'll actually go back to the main world and do my summoning so I can end off the stream. Honestly, I'm surprised you're still here. I thought your electric would be done by now. Anyway, look. I got a Dodoko. It's so cute. Let's check the chat. Let's see, it's fun to see the stream. Mona's a fun character. Can't build her since I need those supplies for Ganyu and Barbara. And still can't play the game. Need to get a new computer. I hope you get that new computer soon. And yeah, this thing is fucking adorable! I love it so much! Alright, let's go to Mondstadt and do my polls, and then we can end off the stream. Normally I'd get into my position for my summonings, but it's not. Actually, you know what? Since I'm pulling for Venti specifically, maybe I should get into position. I do have a favorite position for summoning, although I don't use it nearly as often as I should. You know what? Yeah, nothing was stated that about being in a rush or anything, so screw it. I'm gonna get into my favorite summoning position, which, funnily enough, still isn't that far away from Mondstadt. Just gotta wait for the loading screen to, you know, do its job. You have left the current Serena teapot and will return to your world. What do you mean the current Serena teapot? Are there other Serena... Actually, I guess there are other Serena teapots. Sometimes I really do need to stop talking for the sake of talking. But at the same time, I'm a streamer, so I feel required to talk for the sake of talking. Lord knows how many times people have entered my stream and then immediately left because I was too quiet. Okay. Alright, my favorite summoning spot. Let's get these 7 out of the way first. Actually, you know what? Let's not. Cause remember that each battle pass segment, making 50 wishes, is one of the ways you can get extra points. So you know what? I'm gonna leave my basic banner pulls for the 50 on that. Question is, what do I want more? Wriothesley or Venti? I've wanted Venti since the start of the game, so I'm gonna use my pulls on him. Would Wriothesley be more useful? Probably, but Venti was always a character I wanted, so it has an emotional importance of getting him. Let's see. Nope. Nope. Another 4-star. Eye of Perception. and nothing of note was pulled. Meaning we probably won't be pulling any 5 stars until the next banner. Which means we'll be trying to pull for Farina. The hell is that I'm noticing? The Favonius Mushroom? Wait, one of you can... Oh, Mika probably has that ability. Okay. Well, with nothing of note really pulled, I guess that ends off this stream for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream as much as I enjoyed making it for you all.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
If you enjoyed my stream and want to see more of my content, you can find me at youtube.com/KingD353. Again, that's youtube.com/KingD353. When I'm not re-uploading streams, I'm uploading episodes of Persona 5 Royal and Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. Also, if you feel I deserve it, you can donate to me at buymeacoffee.com/KingD353. Again, that's buymeacoffee.com/KingD353. Every donation is appreciated for as $1. Usual purposes, go to chat, play video games, share memes, and have ourselves a grand old time. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow, and I'll see all you beautiful people later. It's been a while since I've actually been nice and caused a raid, so let's see if anybody's on Twitch currently. No. The entire Discord I work with seems to be on Kick. Yeah, that's not happening. Alright, deuces.